In the private luxury suite of Crestview Hospital, Miranda Harrington lay exhausted, sweat clinging to her brow. The birth had been difficult, but it was over now. Relief coursed through her until the nurse placed the newborn in her arms. Her breath hitched. Her hands trembled. The baby's skin was dark, darker than hers, darker than Clint's. Silence hung thick in the room, suffocating. Clint Harrington, her husband, a man of wealth and reputation, stepped forward, his expression unreadable, then his jaw clenched. His eyes turned to ice. Miranda let out a shaky breath. "Clint, I explain," he said, voice cold as steel. She couldn't. She had no words, and in that moment she knew, this child would not be accepted. A nurse named Patricia, sensing the tension, held the baby gently. "Mrs. Harrington, he's healthy," and Miranda's voice wavered, but held firm. "We can't keep him." Clint inhaled sharply, nostrils flaring. A flicker of something dark passed over his face before he nodded. "Do whatever is necessary. No one must know." Patricia's breath caught. "Mr. Harrington, please. He's just a baby." Clint turned sharply. "You're overstepping. Get out." A silent command passed between Clint and Gideon, a trusted family associate. Without hesitation, Gideon took the infant and left the hospital, his steps eerily steady. Hours later, beneath the whispering pines at Riverton's outskirts, Gideon hesitated. The baby, wrapped in a crisp hospital blanket, whimpered. The wind howled through the trees. Gideon muttered, placing the child on a flat stone. "This is the way it has to be." He turned and walked away, leaving only the sound of fragile cries in the night. Evelyn Cooper was returning from her sister's home when she heard it, a soft, desperate wail carried by the wind. Her heart pounded as she followed the sound, and there beneath the towering oaks lay a baby. "Oh, you poor thing," she whispered, gathering the tiny bundle into her arms. His skin was dark like the night, his face scrunched in distress. Who could abandon such an innocent child? Cradling him close, Evelyn hurried home. Her cottage was small, but it was warm. By the firelight she examined the infant, tracing the soft curve of his cheek. "Jamal," she murmured, "that's what I'll call you. It means beauty." That night Jamal slept soundly in the crook of Evelyn's arm, oblivious to the world that had already tried to discard him. Riverton was a town of whispers. Rumors spread, about the Harringtons. About the baby no one saw. Some suspected scandal, but no one dared question Clint Harrington. Meanwhile, Evelyn raised Jamal in quiet defiance. She bought formula from the market, sewed tiny clothes by candlelight, and shielded him from the world's scorn. But the town never forgot. As Jamal grew, their disdain grew with him. At 5 he asked, "Why do people hate me?" Evelyn sighed, running her fingers through his tight curls. "People fear what they don't understand. Child, you were born with worth. No one gets to take that from you." At 9, he taught himself to read using discarded books. He tried to attend school, but angry parents drove him away. Evelyn wiped his tears, and promised, "Education isn't just in schools. I'll teach you." But as the years passed, hardship took its toll. Evelyn's cough deepened, the winters gnawed at her frail body. At 11, Jamal tried to find work, but doors slammed in his face. "We don't need your kind." They spat. One night, Evelyn's coughing racked her body. She clutched Jamal's hand, her grip weak. "Live," she whispered. "Live for yourself, not for these cruel people." Then her hand fell limp. Jamal buried her beneath the old oak, alone. The town didn't care, but as he stood over her grave, grief burned into resolve, and with that he left Riverton behind. At 13, Jamal arrived in Wayfield, a city of towering buildings and endless noise. He found shelter in a crumbling tenement, surviving on scraps, washing windows, saving every coin he could. One day, he wandered into the public library. The endless shelves of books captivated him. He read voraciously. History, science, medicine. Miss Rark, a kind librarian, noticed him. She saw his brilliance, his hunger to learn, and helped him secure a scholarship. At 15, Jamal entered an alternative education program. By 18, he earned a full ride to Wayfield University. He studied relentlessly, fueled by Evelyn's belief in him. After medical school, he specialized in reconstructive surgery, helping those society ignored, just as he had once been ignored. He adopted Evelyn's last name, becoming Doctor. Then one day, as he finished a procedure at a charity clinic, a nurse approached him, looking puzzled. "Doctor, There's a man in the lobby, says he's your father. A chill ran down Jamal's spine. A Mr. Harrington. Jamal had long buried that name, yet curiosity led his steps. In the waiting area stood an older man, his once imposing presence reduced to frailty. For a moment, neither spoke, then Clint's voice wavered. Son, you're alive. Jamal's face was impassive. I am. And it's Dr. Hayes. Clint swallowed hard. Your mother and I, we lost everything. I'm sick, I need help. Silence stretched between them. The man who had thrown him away now begged for mercy. Jamal studied him. Once he had dreamed of revenge. Now he only felt. Finally he spoke. I will treat you, Mr. Not because you're my father, but because I swore to heal. Clint's eyes welled, but Jamal turned away. He gave the nurses orders. Clint would be treated like any other patient.